between other classes work to try to explore some of these ideas a little further. Otherwise, why am I here? You know. But
Yeah.
I was
What
only
was
familiar
I made
with.
for?
What's that?
What was I made for?
Yeah, yeah. But
The Barbie doll
yeah, exactly.
problem, you know.
Um,
It's just something you paid for.
yeah. But are you familiar with Alan Watts?
Yes.
So I.
So the thing about Alan Watts is he wasn't a scammer,
No.
but he basically took advantage of using words like karma and other words that were foreign, and young hippies basically glommed onto that vocabulary
Yep.
because their parents didn't know what they were talking about.
Sure.
Dharma, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, and so book after book is basically saying, this is, you know, what the Buddhists, you know, are saying, and this is how, you know, it can be Americanized.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the criticisms is that it's not really good Buddhism
No.
because it's Americanized.
Yeah.
And you know, it's basically playing on our joy at learning a word that other people don't know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and feeling like we're the in circle, you know, we're in the circle
we're yeah.
that knows this word.
The exclusivity
and,
of it.
and it really fit well into a hippie environment at
Yeah.
the time.
That's
right?
where I was introduced to it. through
Yeah,
Electronic
especially-
music.
Well, and especially at the time of the Vietnam War
Yeah.
and so on. One of my friends, Joseph,
Yep.
knew him
Oh, no kidding.
and is actually familiar with drugs and things
Sure.
from that environment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, how you know, if you want to drop in and talk with Joseph about Alan Watts.
Yeah, I'd love to. That's the only one I'm
But so,
kind of aware of. Do you have
I
any
would say
recommendations?
Sam Harris.
Sam Harris? Okay.
yeah, look at Sam Harris because
Okay.
he is another person who was strongly influenced by Buddhism.
Sure.
And he's alive and very, very popular.
Okay.
And he's broadcast on the internet. What's it called? You know, when they
Podcast.
podcasts and
Yep.
things, and YouTube videos. He's out there, just totally free.
Sure.
Plus, he's got some great books. Look at his TED Talk that I mentioned. When you just have a look at Sam Harris TED. You don't have to say TED Talk. That's dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's all Chinese here.
I'll definitely look into him because yeah, any sort of direction, anything that
Right.
you find interesting for this final paper. Lastly, I don't have much time before my next class, but
Yeah, it's right over there. I know.
yeah, it's very close. At least I don't have to worry about getting there safe.
Now, it's generally understood that questions of morality,
So this is 2010.
good and evil
Okay.
and right and wrong.
But so
questions
there
about
you
what
go.
science
See how easy
Perfect.
that was.
has no opinion.
Perfect.
Sam Harris.
It's thought that science
I got it in my
helps
notes.
us get
As far as the ontological argument, because I feel like I
Oh,
didn't do
yeah,
that
I
justice.
No. Most people, Americans, feel like I'm wrong. My problem with that is that when you take that definition, at least the universe,
Sure.
you know, if there's nothing greater than the universe, well, the universe then is that than which nothing greater can be thought, and it's here.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is most people that say they believe in God don't think of the universe as God.
Yeah.
So that's annoying
Yeah.
to people. You know, for me to say, well, of course God exists by the definition
Yeah.
that theologians use. Yeah, so for me, it's obviously, you know, the trouble is most people want me to be arguing about some anthropomorphic creature of some sort,
Sure.
which can't be God, actually, by the definition, because then it's a creature, and that means it was created.
Sure.
Right, right. But that's what they want. Richard Dawkins argues that, you know, well, if there is a God, it had to evolve
Yeah.
and became a God. You know,
Interesting.
and that's like, no, Richard. You
Interesting.
don't know what
yeah.
they're talking about,
Yeah.
Richard. That's not what they say.